The founder of Congressional Caucus of Armenian Issues, Congressman Frank Palone, spoke of the importance of continuing to commemorate the Armenian Genocide, especially in the wake of recent hostilities in Nagorno-Karabakh. He urged the U.S. to cut off military assistance to Azerbaijan and demanded that Aliyev come to peace table in order for Artsakh to join Armenia or become an independent entity.
We are determined that we want to make the point to our government that we need to send a message to Aliyev and the leadership in Azerbaijan that this cannot continue, that we're not going to stand back. We want Aliyev and Azerbaijan to come to the peace table. We want to see a negotiated settlement that has Artsakh through its own plebiscite as part of Armenia or as an independent republic of Armenians. And it is also very important that in Congress that we cut off military assistance to Azerbaijan. How can we continue to give military assistance to Azerbaijan when they could theoretically use that against Armenia? And it is very important that you, in your activities, not only demand recognition of the Armenian genocide in the resolution, but also demand that our government step up and recognize what's happening and the aggression and the rhetoric that's taking place on behalf of the Azerbaijan leadership against Armenia. Because if we don't, we could see an outright war that goes on for months or years with tremendous amount of loss of life.
Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
Year after year, we gather here demanding justice. But it seems like it's a difficult, challenging, uphill battle. Unfortunately, President Obama recently, in his 8th address, called it Metziagan, for which we are very appreciative, but the word genocide was not uttered. Are you optimistic that we're finally going to get our justice?
Well, we will, but obviously not this year. I mean, it's embarrassing to me that we still haven't had the Congress recognize the genocide. And of course they did many years ago, but we need to have a recognition today. But I do want to say that I think it was important for so many people to be here today also because of what happened with the Azerbaijan aggression in Artsakh just in the last few weeks. Because to me, in some ways, it is linked to the genocide. I mean, the fact of the matter is that Aliyev gave this order to attack either while he was here or soon after. And I just think that if the United States government pushes harder, first of all, if they recognize the genocide and they push harder against Azerbaijan and they say that this aggression is not acceptable, that it's less likely to happen. And I really think it's important now to, for the United States to push Azerbaijan to sit down and negotiate a settlement that has Artsakh be part of Armenia or its own Armenian Republic, and also to eliminate any kind of military assistance to Azerbaijan. We need to send a message to Azerbaijan that what they're doing with this renewed aggression is simply not acceptable. Otherwise, we might have another war. So I want to stress that as much today as the genocide recognition. We had Armenian civilians and soldiers that were mutilated, beheaded. So, in many ways, it's sort of a continuation of the atrocities of the past.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all of your support.
All right, nice to see you.